Hey guys, it's Nick from S here. Sparking Zero gave us a lot of exciting what-if scenarios in the game's story mode, but one really stood out to me above the rest, and I know it did for a lot of other fans too. I'm of course talking about the Gohan Black storyline, where it shows us how the Goku Black arc in Dragon Ball Super could have played out had Zamasu stole Gohan's body instead of Goku's. This video will be going over how I think this what-if told a better story than the actual Goku Black arc did in both the anime and manga. Let me summarize this what-if to those who are unfamiliar or forgot exactly how it went down. Gohan is the one to defeat Frieza after his resurrection, and while he does win the fight, he struggled the entire time to defeat Frieza, which led to him vowing to train as hard as he can to protect his friends and family when Goku and Vegeta aren't around to help. Gohan revisits the old Kai and further gets his potential unlocked, leading to him being the one to fight Hit in the Universe 6 tournament. Zamasu witnesses this battle and grows a deep hatred towards Gohan, a mortal whose power rivals the gods. So, in this alternate story, Zamasu uses the Super Dragon Balls to steal Gohan's body, not Goku's. This leads to Gohan being a pivotal part in the arc. Some events play out similarly to the main story, like Gohan Black fusing with Zamasu, but in the end, Gohan successfully seals merge Zamasu with the evil containment wave. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the Goku Black arc as it came out. Getting an evil Goku variant in a mainline Dragon Ball story was great to finally see, and the fanbase was incredibly hyped about it. Especially since it tied in with future Trunks' return, but as the arc went on, it presented some issues that I believe the Gohan Black arc corrected and just made all around more enjoyable start to finish. Of course, since this wasn't an arc in the anime or manga, it wasn't as fleshed out, but even still, I definitely enjoyed the premise of this more than what we actually got in the story of Super. It seems I'm not alone in this sentiment, as I had made a tweet where I said exactly this, and it got 235 likes. So, what made it so much better? For starters, Zamasu stealing Gohan's body is a much better parallel for a story set in future Trunks' world, as the Gohan of his time was his mentor and best friend, who was tragically killed by the androids. Seeing his best friend's face again, as an evil, destructive villain, would be much more traumatizing for Trunks than seeing an evil Goku. It could have brought an interesting dynamic to the arc, Trunks struggling to focus or fight to his full potential, as all he could see is his former mentor, who fought so hard to save the timeline, now turned into the very one destroying it. In the main story, Zamasu's hatred for Goku is enhanced by seeing the Universe 6 tournament, as he witnesses Goku using God Ki and wonders how a mere mortal could gain that level of power, considering it a mockery to gods everywhere. Now, while Gohan doesn't have God Ki like Goku does, it's just as fitting that Zamasu would have built hatred towards Gohan had he been the one in the fight with Hit. Zamasu would have discovered Gohan only unlocked his extreme levels of power from the help of another Supreme Kai, making Gohan a leech in Zamasu's eyes, who relies on the gods for his own personal gain. It would also reinforce his anger towards Gowasu, who is adamant about Supreme Kais not interfering with mortal affairs, despite the old Kai doing exactly that to give Gohan his unlocked potential, not just once, but twice. Zamasu killing Pan and Videl in Gohan's body also hits harder, since they are the very people Gohan has been training hard to protect, and as a result, the reason Gohan got strong enough for Zamasu to steal his body in the first place. So, in a way, it's his desire to protect his family that leads to them dying in this alternate future. This is exactly the kind of motivation Gohan would need to win the battle and ensure no foe ever kills his own family back home. By far, what this what-if did better than the main story is the ending. Most people's big complaint about the Goku Black arc is how it ends, with Zeno appearing and completely erasing future Trunks' universe from existence to solve the threat of Merge Zamasu's immortality. Both the manga and anime ended it this way, which felt like a cop-out and just a terrible ending for future Trunks' story, who had such an excellent ending in Z when he defeats the androids and Cell. This ending is especially frustrating when the story brings the evil containment wave back to relevance, only to not use it and cheap out on it with a gag that Goku and Vegeta forgot to seal in the past. Gohan is much more cautious and intelligent and learns the evil containment wave firsthand from Piccolo, and most importantly, remembers to bring the seal. After an epic battle with Gohan Black, Zamasu, and then the fused version of them, Gohan and Trunks seal merge Zamasu away for good with the evil containment wave. No need for Zeno to erase the timeline, just an all-around perfectly balanced ending for the arc, and a happy ending for Trunks. Trunks working with his mentor again to save his future is symbolic, and a great wrap-up to his story. A much better fit than having Goku and Vegeta come to fight his battles, just because they're strong. On top of this being a better arc all around, and a better arc for Trunks, it's also a better arc for Gohan, with him consistently keeping up with his training and pushing himself to help Trunks, as he feels responsible for the Gohan Black situation. It also could have led to Beast Gohan feeling more natural, as opposed to an ass-pull power-up that it ends up being. If Gohan was the main character of the Goku Black arc, we finally could have seen a canon Gohan fusion too, Gohan and future Trunks being the ones to fuse with the Potara earrings instead of Goku and Vegeta. I know that doesn't happen in the game, but still, I can't help but imagine how badass Gohanks would have been. A downside to this would have been that we wouldn't get Super Saiyan Rosé, as we see in the game that Zamasu utilizes Gohan's ultimate form instead, which makes sense, but doesn't give Gohan Black the same unique flair that Goku Black has. To remedy this, Zamasu could have put his own flair on the form like he did with Super Saiyan Blue, and maybe we could have seen a white-haired Ultimate Gohan Black. But that's one of the only issues I really have with this What If, as it got almost everything else better. So, for these reasons, I truly believe Gohan Black's arc outshines Goku Black's, with better narrative stakes, a more polished ending, and a killer Gohan and Trunks story. It's too bad Gohan Black isn't playable in Sparking Zero, especially considering he has unique animations and voice lines. Make him playable, Bandai. I'd pay for that DLC. What do you think about the Gohan Black story? Did you prefer it to the Goku Black story, or are you happy with what we got? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, this has been Nick from this. See you later.